What's up, guys? Jason Guyman here tonight, and tonight we're going to talk a little bit about how to do marketing. And I had one of my guys in my group today, and he was like, man, I've got so many leads, I don't know what to do with them all, right? And I'm going to tell you how you're able to get so many leads you don't know what to do with, right? Because in this business, whether we're talking about Christmas lights or pressure washing, yes, I'm talking on both channels because tonight is Sunday night. And I feel like this is one that is important for people to understand of how do you get leads, right? People always ask me, Jason, how do I get more leads? I can't get my jobs. How do I get more leads, Jason? Jason, I want good paying jobs. I want to be able to get more leads. How do I get more leads, Jason? And so tonight, I'm going to give you some ways to be able to get leads, to be able to grow your business, whether it's Christmas or pressure washing, either which one. It doesn't matter. It's how you can grow your business. I don't even care if you do lawn care, if you do what you do, but these are going to be some ways that you will be able to grow your business so that you can have success, right? Because the last thing I want you to do is to fail and to not be able to grow your business, because that is not my goal to help you. My goal is to help you grow your business, right? And so that is my number one goal, is to help you grow your business. So tonight I have a little bit of a different book. This is a book that I just started reading. It's a great book. I'd highly recommend you all to read this book because it's going to kind of go on my subject tonight. And it's a really thick book here. I mean, it's really thick. So if you tell me you can't read books, I'm going to tell you, quit giving me excuses. This book is not that big. And so this book is only, it is only 83 pages. It is very big reading. It's not no little thing. And it is Rethink Everything You Know About Social Media. And so I just bought this book. It's been a really good book. I highly recommend this book to you, especially if you want to grow your business on social media, which we'll be talking about tonight, because that is definitely marketing. And so this is definitely a book I'd highly recommend you to read, so that way you can learn different ways of doing things through your social media. Because yes, social media is definitely a great way to get business. So I don't know. Okay, I was going to say, I hope you guys are commenting. I just see a comment come through. I was like, oh no, I haven't seen no comments come through. We're on for 3 minutes. Uh-oh, what's going on? So that is definitely something that we're going to talk about. And so again, it's very thin. It's got lots of pictures too. So for all you people that like pictures, you can see that it's got pictures in it. So it's not a lot of reading that you have to do. And so it is, look, even some pages, some do, others will, and the rest don't matter, right? And so you can see that this is a book that has lots of big words and big pictures in it, so it makes things a lot easier. And so it is definitely something that I'd highly recommend you to go out and get and read it and educate yourself and become better at growing your business. So I had one friend call me this week. Actually, he didn't call me. He sent me a message. I want to talk about it once I get going here. I had another person, and then I'm going to kind of get into how they are getting business. And that's the most important part of helping you grow your business. So if you've got questions, put them down in the comments. I'll definitely get to you because I like answering your all's questions at the end. So let me know what I can do to help you. Hey, Jason, I started ranking organically and got Google Ads too. Yard signs also. Thanks for all you do. And that is awesome to see that you're able to get your website ranking, to be able to use yard signs. I love it. I love it. Love it. I live for these videos. Manny, Mr. Manny. I haven't seen Mr. Manny in a while. Manny is awesome. Manny is up in Montreal. He is a great guy. Growing his business, pressure washing, Christmas lights. Definitely an awesome dude up there. Yo, 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 what's up, Will Harris? How are you doing? Hi, folks. Hope that everyone is doing great. I've got all kind of Canadians on here tonight. Here's another Canadian. I haven't even seen AJ on here yet. So that's what's really cool about YouTube in 2024 is you get to talk to people and meet people. And both of these guys I've both met in person, which is really cool to be able to see them in person. So I've met both of these guys in person. So let's get this boat rolling. So my friend down in Florida, he sent me a message this week and he said a $13,000 day and a $33,000 week. It is a big week for him. And not only that, he is part-time. Right? So let's break this down. He is part-time, and what do I mean by part-time? He has a full-time firefighting job, so that means he works 3 to 4 days. Oh, there's my other Canadian right there. He is a full-time firefighter, so that means he works 56 hours a week. And so he also runs a pressure washing and Christmas light business down in Florida. And Jason is one that has done very well for himself. Last year he did over $250,000 part-time. He works very few weekends because anytime he works a weekend, he's got to make enough money to take him and his family to Disney. So that is kind of how he does if I'm going to work a weekend. So Jason Hefner puts in a lot of work in being able to get this done. And when he first started his pressure washing business, about 2018-ish, 2019, it was right when I started teaching this. He was one of my first people to jump on my mentorship. So he does my Voxer calls and different things. And so he was one of the very first ones that jumped on it. And when he first started, he came back and I told him prices and stuff like that. And he was a painter, and he came back and he's like, Jason, because we all know that Florida, if you've been in the pressure washing world, that it's a $99 land. It's actually probably a $39 land. And I told him, I was like, don't worry about everybody else. And so he hem-hawed around and he was like, I don't know, And so with that, he stayed at his high prices and he went out there and did marketing. Now, was he good at marketing in the beginning? No. In fact, I told him to do Facebook Lives in my group so that you can get used to it so you can do them on your channel. And so he still does Facebook Lives, right? And so he does a lot of different marketing, different avenues. He has his website. He has his Facebook. He does Facebook Lives. He uses Facebook a lot. I don't know. He did try some Facebook ads. He's probably put out thousands of yard signs. So there's lots of things that he has done to be able to grow his business, to be able to hit $250,000 as a pressure washing Christmas light install business, and only work 3 to 4 days a week, because as a fireman, you're working one of those 2 days or 1 to 2 days in that week. And so that is how he is able to grow his business to be able to get it to where it is. And so I love Jason because he is one that he will put his head down and get it done. He doesn't ask why when I tell him to do stuff. A lot of people are like, well, Jason, you just don't understand. In my area, you can't get that. And you know what? I'll tell you, you're right. You're 100% right. Because if that's what you believe, that's what you receive, right? And so if you believe that you can only get this much in your area, if you only believe you can get $3 a foot, $4 a foot for Christmas light, if you only believe that you can only get $200 for pressure washing, then guess what? You are 100% correct. That's all you're ever going to get. And so that is something that you have to overcome. And here's the thing about Jason Hefner. He listens to motivation stuff every morning in the morning. Why does he do that? Because he's trying to get his mind right so he can believe what he can get. And if you don't believe what you can get, then that is a problem. In fact, tonight he sent me a motivational video. A lot of times he sends them to me. And so this is why it is so important that you got to believe in yourself, and and I will believe with you. You are awesome. You got to believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. And you know what? You might have naysayers around you that will believe something else. I know people that will go and they'll go to different conferences and come back and they get around the wrong people, and then that's what they start believing is the wrong crap. Because I never forget, we had a guy in St. Louis. He's like, "You think Florida's bad? You should see what St. Louis is." And he's like, "I've talked to 5 different people here, all from St. Louis, and you cannot make money in St. Louis." And we're like, "Oh, really? What about that guy there that's doing over 2 million? What about that guy right there doing 1.5 million? So don't believe that bull crap, right? You can believe the bull crap all you want, but in the end, it's you got to go out there and get it. And here's the thing about business. It's not easy. I never will say it's easy. I will never say it's the easiest thing you do. In fact, I will tell you it is one of the hardest things you got to do, because you got to find leads. You got to do the work. You got to be consistent. You got to be relentless, and you got to be prolific, right? You got to be consistently out there hunting. You got to be prolific. You got to do it when you don't want to. You got to do it and be the best at it, and you got to be relentless. You got to be so relentless that, man, I'm tired. I don't want to do this. I don't want to get those leads out. I don't want to do that Facebook post. I don't want to. And you doesn't matter about that, but you got to do it, because if you don't do it, it won't happen. And you know what? And there is times that you can go and maybe you don't have to do Facebook so much anymore. Maybe you can pay someone to do your Facebook ads and pay for your Google ads. But then don't tell me you're not getting any leads when you're only spending $200 a month on those lead avenues, right? If you want to make $100,000, then you better be looking to spend $10,000 to $15,000 in marketing, whether that's Facebook, whether that's Google, whether that's signs. I don't care what it is, but you better be willing to do it. And if you're not willing to do that, then you better be in these groups and not in the Christmas light groups or the pressure washing groups. That's a bunch of crap at the end of the day. But your neighborhood groups, your mom groups, your LinkedIn, right? You need to be on all of those things to be able to get to where you need to be at. I also had another guy in the group, and he's like, "I don't know what to do. I've got so many leads, I don't know what to do." And that's a great, awesome thing. That's awesome, right? Because when you have done all of the right things and you do the right things and you make things happen, then guess what happens when you have so many leads that you don't know what to do with? Not schedule yourself out, not leave any more work. You raise your prices, right? This is how you get $12, $14, $16, $18 a foot, when you raise your prices. And when you raise your prices, this is how this works, right? There's no rocket science to it. It's just a matter of figuring out. And again, at the end of the day, business is just a game. It's just a numbers game if you really want to know what it is. Money in, money out. Basically, how do you print money? You put $1 in and you hope 10 comes out. But you know what? If you put $1 in and you get 5 out, then good for you, right? So now we're moving forward. And so this is the whole point of way we need to do marketing, right? And I know I've went on a really long rant on this here, but I just feel like a lot of times people need to be able to grow their business. And that is the most important thing. And marketing and sales are your number 2, or 1 and 2 things that people need to focus on. But so many people want to focus on the thing. And I'll tell you right now, Jason Hefner is not the best Christmas light installer, not the best Christmas light pressure washer in Florida. I'm guarantee there's probably some guru out there that is amazing, better than he is, but it is broke and can't make money. Jason Hefner did $250,000 this year. His goal is $300,000 this year. He just did a $33,000 week all by himself, maybe one helper, and a $9,000 day. And it can be done. That is the key to this. It can be done, because if you just sit there and assume that it's going to come to you, it's not going to come to you. I promise you, it's not going to come to you. It doesn't matter if I'm talking pressure washing or Christmas lights, landscaping. It doesn't matter what it is. You have to focus and get this done. So let me get back to my points that I wanted to make here tonight and get off my rant here. So the big key of it is when you're first starting out, figure what makes you money and hammer it hard, right? Throw mud on the wall and see what sticks. Throw 100 yard signs out there. Throw whatever it might work to see what it is. And, maybe I'm going to diversify some, right? Maybe I'm going to multi-channel. And as I tell people, as you grow, you really need to start not putting all your eggs in one basket. Because I've seen people put all their eggs in Facebook, and then Facebook does some stupid algorithm, and now you're not being able to make no money. Same thing with Google Ads. I grew my business in Google Ads. Well, Google Ads is doing okay. Same way with Facebook. Facebook's actually doing pretty well this year. Yard signs are doing really well this year, right? And so these are different ways that you're able to diversify our thing and try to get as many people as it is. I diversify, right? I'm on YouTube channel. I'm on my Christmas light channel. I'm on my pressure washing channel. I put it on LinkedIn. This goes out into Facebook. It goes out into my Facebook group. And so I'm diversifying, right? I have a Facebook group. So this is what I do here. I have a Facebook group. I have an email list. I have all of these things, and you need to have the same thing, right? You need to have all your past customer email list, all their text messages. All of these things are all things that we need to be able to have to diversify our stuff out. And in fact, I'll give you a little hint right now. If you're doing Christmas lights this year in 2024, you need to send a text out to every person that you've given a quote to this year. Every time I've done that, most people I know that have done it have closed anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 just like that. And so that is definitely something that you need to make sure that you're doing that. Right? And why do we not just do Facebook or just do yard signs? What happens if you start getting a $500 fine on yard signs? Well, guess what? We got to change what we've been doing, right? What happens is if Facebook shuts you down. And if you don't think Facebook will shut you down, you better be careful, because it will, right? What happens? So what happens when that one channel that you put all your eggs in gets a hole in it? Then we don't have no more eggs. And this is why it is important that we diversify, right? We don't just do Facebook. We don't just do Google Ads. We don't, right? We do a little bit of it all. Now, I'm not saying if I see Google Ads hammering, I'm going to throw a lot of my, if I've got my budget here, and here, and I see Google Ads is doing the best, and I'm going to move my $10,000 from diversifying, I'm going to put $8,000 there, and I'm only going to diversify a little bit over here. The power of networking, right? These are all different things that we can use to be able to get to this here. So Jason did $33,000 a week. A couple months ago, it's probably been a little bit longer than that, but a little while ago, he's like, Jason, I have gotten like 10 leads from 10 different sources, right? Because he did one in Nextdoor, one in a Facebook group, a yard sign, a Google ad, a website, right? He had a LinkedIn lead. He got all of these different leads, a networking lead. He got all of these different leads from all of these different resources. I think that week that he told me it was a door hanger too. So that's why we do all of these different things, because everybody might call us off of somewhere else. Now, I understand this is not the easiest thing to do. You might be like, Jason, how the hell am I supposed to do all of that when I can't even get my quotes out I got? Well, that's your first thing you need to figure out. How do you get your quotes out within 30 minutes? How do you get your quotes out within an hour? If you're going to do in-person sales, you better be there that day, not tomorrow, 3 days later, right? And so these are the things that you have to think about as we are growing our business. And to get a $33,000 week, it is possible. He's not the cheapest guy down there. I promise you, he's probably one of the highest guys. Here's the thing that I love about Jason. Jason is one that he always worries about everybody else's business, right? He's always checking out, well, what about these people? And what about these? And I say, quit worrying about your competition. And you know what I love about it is finally he figured out that all of these guys that he thought were the big guys weren't the big guys. Like, he's doing more work than they are. They're spending a lot of money in marketing, and he's doing more work than they are. He's definitely more profitable than they are. And so that is the key when you quit focusing on, hey, man, this guy's doing $1 million, but he's spending $1 million to get $1 million, and they go out of business. And the thing about it, too, is he's been looking at these businesses to buy some of these businesses, and when he sees their profit and loss, guess what happens? He's like, I'm way better than they are, right? Because he's not charging cheap. When you charge cheap, it does nobody any good. You know, you have one Walmart in your area that is a Walmart, right? Everything else is not cheap, right? There's a lot more things that go out there. So these are all things that you need to make sure. So what are some of them? So Facebook, right? You got Facebook ads and you got organic. Do both. Right? You should be you should be posting 2-3 times a day on your Facebook organic, right? Post 2-3 times a day. That's all I'm asking you to do. You might say, Jason, you're crazy. I'm not a Facebook. Well, then figure out another channel. But you can be like Bobby Duncan, and he's going to do $300,000-$400,000 all off of Facebook. Literally organic Facebook. He spent $0 in marketing, but he spent a lot of time in Facebook organic, right? Because the organic is a way that you can make business. He does lives, he does videos, he does posts, he does it all like he's supposed to. He probably posts 5 to 6 times a day, right? 5 to 6 times a day, and if that's how you're able to get all of that there. You got Google Business Profile. This is probably one of the number one things that you need to get. It is one of the hardest things to get right now. It's kind of a pain in the butt. If you don't have all your paperwork, you need to really have your website. You need to have a lot of other things before you go for your Google My Business. In the old days, I would have told you just go get your Google Business Profile right up and going, and you sent in a verification code. They mailed you a card. The card came. You did the little verification code, and bam, you were done. You didn't have to jump through 57 hoops. Now you got to take a video of your door, of the road, of the street, of your vehicle, and you got a minute and a half to do all of it. And so it's a truly pain in the butt to be able to get this done. So get your Google Face. If you can get it, then you can do other things like getting your QR code to give you reviews. You can do the tap cards to get reviews, right? There's lots of things that we can do and you should be doing to get lots of reviews. I don't know where my other tap card is. I had one up here. It's tap card to get reviews. We're going to do everything we can to get reviews. We're going to be putting pictures on there. We're going to do all kinds of things to be able to get that done, right? Thank you for the super chat. And yes, punch the, but I don't even know what you put on there. Punch that like button for sure. I appreciate it. Again, so we're going to do Google Business Profile. You can do Google Ads. You can have your website. You can on Google Ads, Facebook Ads, right? There's lots of different ways to be able. If you're doing pressure washing, I recommend Google Local Services. You can look that up, Google Local Services. That's Google Guarantee. These are all things that you can help you grow your business, right? There's not one secret source out there. It's the secret source is get to work. That's the secret source, right? Get to work, make it happen, get it done. It's not easy, but it can be done, and that is the way that you get it there. Now, How do you start combining? Well, you know what? There's ways that you can do stuff that you can schedule it out. So you can sit down and schedule a bunch of stuff out, whether it's on your Facebook page, whether it's on LinkedIn. That is a way. LinkedIn is one of my favorite things to get commercial work. LinkedIn does amazing for commercial work, right? I love LinkedIn. LinkedIn is one that my friend Benjamin here did about 1.5 million last year from LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn is definitely something that you got to do. LinkedIn is awesome. LinkedIn is one that, now, LinkedIn is not one that's going to get you a bunch of business right out of the get-go. LinkedIn is a 2-year play when it starts kicking off. And when LinkedIn starts kicking off, then guess what happens? You get all the awesome commercial work. I love commercial work. Commercial work pays a lot more. Commercial work is, it is a little bit more tricky because you got to know how to eat an elephant and you got to take it a bite by a time. And so it is definitely something that I highly recommend is LinkedIn. So if you're just starting out, yard signs work amazing. You can pay $300, $350 for 100 yard signs, and they do amazing, right? Yard signs is one of my favorite things because yard signs just is one of those things that you can start them up and put them out anywhere, and they just hammer. Keep them simple. Don't get all fancy dancy on me. No logo. I don't need a logo on it. Christmas Light Pro installers and a big old phone number, right? Kiss it, baby. Keep it simple. And so just kiss it. Keep it simple. I love yard signs. Yard signs is by far one of my favoriteest things out there. Yard signs make hundreds of thousands of dollars for people. And here's the thing about yard signs. It's one of those things that you don't go put out 10 yard signs and say, Jason, that don't work. And guess what? It probably don't work if you only put out 10 yard signs. You got to go put out, 500, 1,000 of them, right? You can be like Sam Else and put out 3,000 yard signs for Christmas lights, but he's going to do over $1 million during Christmas lights by putting out 3,000 yard signs. He does a lot of other things. He spends $50,000 to $70,000 a year to grow his Christmas light business. But you also got to understand what the return on the lifetime value of that customer is. And a lifetime customer of a Christmas light customer is high dollar. It can be $25,000, $50,000 for a lifetime of there. So it is definitely something that you got to think. So what are some common mistakes? Well, Jason, I tried Facebook and it didn't work. Did you post 8-9 times a day, or did you post once a month? Because if you only post once a month, it don't work. Did you try different ads? Did you do picture ads? Did you do video ads? How did you do them? Did you test them? Did you test A versus B? Did you test different things to see what it is? Did you test where it went to? Did you do a lead page, or did you do a message, right? What worked best? What was able to get the best out of that? Yard signs don't work in my area, Jason. They just pull them up. Awesome. As long as you ain't getting fined, let them pull them up. Put them out on a Friday night, and they stay out all weekend, and they pull them up on Monday. Good for them. You'll make a lot of money. That's $3. Bye-bye $3. Oh, well, on to the next one, right? That's why, a lot of people are like, Jason, I put them out. And you know what? I understand there's some yahoos out there right now of competitors pulling signs, and that's the dumbest thing I'll tell you right now. Karma will get you every time when you try to pull that stuff, and I've seen it, and I know it. It ain't good for you, I promise you. It is definitely something there. Or here's another one. Google Ads is too expensive. I tell people it costs you $150, $200 to get a pressure or Christmas light customer, right? It might cost you $60 to get a pressure washing customer. And so that is why I teach premium pricing, so that you can pay for ads to get it. If I know my average ticket for a pressure washing job is $1,000, then guess what? I'm willing to spend $100 to get that customer because I know the lifetime value of that customer. But so many people believe that that's just blowing money, Jason. Well, is it or isn't? Look at it as an investment. Look at it as a tool for investment of yourself, right? And these are very important things of why we want to make sure that we are doing this here. So that's my thoughts for tonight on the marketing side of things, I do believe it is one of the most important things for your business. It is one of the most things that most people are scared to do, don't know how to do, won't do it, whatever. A lot of people ask me, Jason, how do I do Facebook? Well, start posting stuff. Don't be like, look at my Christmas light business, my Christmas light business, my Christmas light business, my Christmas light business. Because nobody cares about your Christmas light business right now, right? You got to get if you only, here, I'll pull up my Facebook here. Let me pull up my Facebook here. I've got 57 chats going on here because everybody wants to chat on me. And let me pull up, there comes another one. Let me show you some things that you can do, right? So here's my face thing. First off, if you only got you and your mom as friends, then you need to find out and get to 5,000 followers, right? You need to get to 5,000 followers. That's the first thing you need to do. That's a good thing. Another thing you can do is put a nice header up here. Put a header. I'll show you one of a header that works really good. And this is I'm gonna use Bobby Duncan because he does a great job at this and makes a lot of money at this. Look, he has a big old banner up here of his business. He has a business of him and his son, right? These are things that you can do. You can see that he has a business page here. You can see that he's look, he's having fun with Christmas lights. This is what you do. He did a pinned post here. He did a reel and he had fun with it. It has 80 likes. It has 15 comments. It has 13 shares. That means he's probably shared it in different groups. Look, he has an awesome Christmas light shirt on. That's my shirt. And so that I give out in my Christmas light classes, right? 3 hours ago, look. We washed another big house today, and it's going on the market. That's all he did. We got out and just in time. That's somebody talking about him, right? He's got pictures. He's got, he's just posting, right? 10 hours. This was all today, right? 10 hours ago. This one here was 5 hours ago. This here was 5 hours ago. This here was 3 hours ago. This was 3 hours ago. Right? This is all today. This isn't all week. This is all in one day, right? And so that is how look, 12 hours ago, that's a different house. Yesterday, they're hanging Christmas lights at 10:17 a.m. They have a little night out helping coworkers, right? And so these are all the things that he's not just posting about pressure washing the Christmas lights, right? He's got the band playing. He's helping other people. This is how you are able to use this for Facebook, to use it for your business. He's talking about the game. He's got more Christmas lights, right? And so this is all of the things that you are able to help you grow your business. It's not one of the things of, well, I only did it. Look, right here. Let's see if I can see what I want to see here. Right here, he has 5.3 thousand followers. Plus, he has 1.9 following. So he's got lots of different things going toward his business to be able to do it. And the same way with mine, you will see that I've actually slacked on some of the posting, but right. But you want to post. You want to make sure that you're getting everything out there. Look, Jason just put, yes, all of this is true. And I'm sure it's up here, but I haven't seen it there. And so the secret sauce 100% is get to work. There's no such thing as an easy thing. I do not believe that you can't get premium pricing. I live in a town of 15,000 and I'm getting $8 a foot. And so that's awesome, right? Because some people would tell me, well, I only live in a thing of $15,000 and you can't get that in my area. You don't need all 15,000. You only need 100 people to give you $8 a foot with an average ticket of $2,000. And guess what? You just made $200,000 in a little old town. And all you need is 100 people. It ain't like we need thousands of them. The people that need thousands are a lot of work, right? So you can see that I post stuff about water rescue. Here was my brother. We went to Daniel's last week. I post motivational stuff, right? And here's the best one of all. Consistency is key, right? It's all about consistency. It's all about posting. It's all about getting it done, right? Bobby Duncan posted 3, 4, 5 times a day. I post, I'm posting right now a TikTok a day. I'm posting a YouTube a day, or a YouTube short a day. I'm posting 2 YouTube longs a week, and I am consistent. I go live 2 times a week. I'm consistent. You got to be consistent, because if you're not consistent, then guess what? It doesn't matter what you do. It's going to fall apart, and that's just the way it is. All right, let's see what our questions are here. You guys have been busy on here. I got to move this over here a little bit because this is kind of in the way. Let's see. AJ in the house. Just bought a spot on the scorecard of 2 local golf courses for the next years. What do you think? Seems like my customer. So I personally never had any luck with those. I hope you make your money back. It's a way to try it, but in my response, all the people that I've seen that do this has not had much luck with it. Mr. Kingdom Pro Wash, that's right. What's everyone up? Absolutely get what you put in. Yep, raise your prices. Mr. Little's Pressure Washing, he's prolific too about getting things done. Raise your prices. King of the C-stores in the house. Success is intentional. Until you focus on the little things as much as you do the big things, you will not have sustainable success. Right? It's back to that ladder. Right? Look at the little things. See? It's all about the little things. It's not about the big things. It's about the little things. Our goal is nationwide this year, 90 to 100 commercials, residential, focusing on service, gas station, and whatever the vortex sucks in from our marketing, this our added bonus. Let's see here. Thoughts about giving customers a slight discount for Christmas lights the second year and on. Not because you already bought the lights, but because you don't have to custom. It's not about that so much. I would tell them, if you want to do it before October 31st, that's fine. That's what I know. A lot of people will give them the discount before October 31st, so that way you can get them on there. But I also know people that don't give no discount. The discount is inflation's going up, and we're not going to charge you more. Right? And so it can go either which way, however you want to do it. Why aim for $1 million when you can aim for 10 million? No ceilings ever. Mindset matters, and attitude determines altitude. And this here is so important. So important right here, right? There is no ceiling ever. Only the ceiling is the ceiling that you put on yourself, right? If you don't, and this is why I preach you to read this book here. 100% read this book here, is Think and Grow Rich. Read it 2-3 times a year, because I guarantee you will get something out of it every time. That's a great book. I highly recommend that book. Again, as Barry said, your altitude determines your altitude. Attitude determines your altitude. Yard signs always work. I'm doing Facebook and yard signs, and all the jobs that I've done was from the yard signs. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome, blossom. Work in silence and let your success speak for itself. There's a lot of cheap guys in my area. $100 house wash and $50 driveway cleanings. There is special this home. Yep. Only a small few are cheering for you. The rest can't wait to see you fail. Sad but true. Small circles, big plans. There is so much truth in this right here. And sometimes your own family ain't even for you. Right? Sometimes your own family is not even for you, which is sad. Sometimes it can be your parents. Sometimes it can be whatever, thinking, I know that Tristan, right? He's going to do $250,000-$300,000 in pressure washing Christmas light business. And, he went to school to be a finance major, and, his aunt's like, I can't believe you're wasting your way to just go start a little business. And guess what? He's bought 10 doors this year. 10 apartments that he's bought, and he's going to be very successful. He'll be a millionaire before he's 30 years old. You see or seen what I did in 2 weeks in November. I did. Heck yeah, have lots of marketing buckets and make sure you don't have leaky buckets. Leads aren't always the problem. Sometimes the problem of it is are you closing on those leads? Are you following up, right? That's a whole nother marketing thing. If you're not following up, you might as well fold up, as Ray used to say, right? Follow up or fold up. You should have a follow-up sequence of 7 to 10 times within 14 days, right? You're just hammering that. You're calling them, you're emailing, you're texting them, you're sending them an email, you're texting, you're calling, you're just hammering that back and forth. Yes, all of this is true. That's Jason is who I was talking about. No one in my area does 11 to 12,000 in a week or 15 in 2 weeks. Nope. You can look the part or be the part. Social media lets everyone be anything, but meat and potatoes, really, they're on P&L sheets. Like I said, big hat, no cattle. No one wins when everyone gets in a race to the bottom. That's what cheap prices are. Yep, 100%. You can set up your Facebook post to post for you when you want on autopilot. Yes, you can. Thanks for the super chat again. My comments went stupid on me. You guys are, I'm way off. You guys are way down there. Punch the like button. I did over 18,000 in 2 weeks, 9 jobs total. We love $2,000 jobs. That's awesome. Facts. People love to to start profit for nonprofit. I was in an argument this week in my Christmas light group of, they were like, well, why did you start this business, Jason? Why do you start to hang Christmas lights? You just don't love Christmas lights? I'm like, I did it to make money. I love Christmas lights now, and I love Christmas now. I wear Christmas shoes. I've got Christmas hats, right? We got Christmas hats. We got some funny looking hats, right? I got Christmas hats. I do all kinds of things with Christmas. But when I started this, I was doing it for the money. I was trying to keep my guys busy. I was doing different things, right? And so, yeah, I'm doing it for the money. I'm not a nonprofit. I'm for profit. I'm about making money. I'm about here to help you make money. I'm not here to just not make money. That's the dumbest thing ever. Because when you don't make money, then you have family issues a lot of times. You have other issues a lot of times. And so I'm here to help you make money. That's what I'm here for. This is probably one of the moments that I'll never forget. This is one of the moments I'll never forget. So when Jason Hefner started this business, I charged a one-time fee to be able to join the membership. That was the one-on-one with me. And they had $600. This is when I was super cheap on it. I didn't know no better. He gave me his $600, and they didn't have no money, zero money, very poor. And I went down that next year, and we went to Disney with my family, and we went over to meet him and his wife and kids. And when she looked me in the eye and said, Jason, this is the first time that when I went to the eye doctor, I didn't have to pick between contacts or glasses. I could get both. In that moment, I knew I had changed their lives, right? And they hadn't gotten to 250,000 yet. They hadn't gotten to $500,000 or $250,000 yet. And so at that moment, that's when I knew that I made a difference in people's lives. And I felt it, right? When the wife's sitting there telling me this, I felt it. And I still remember that to this day. I still picture where we was standing at their old house. And it was amazing to see that how I was able to help him overcome. He did it all. I didn't do it. I was able to help him overcome and help him grow his business to where it is today. Secret sauce is get to work. How do I get more commercial? I would tell you the commercial side is really the networking, and whether it's online with LinkedIn or in-person networking. Go to the groups, go to your apartment association, go to the meetings, go to your HOA board meetings, go to different meetings, go to different outings, go to different golf things where you know that well-off people are going to be there. Right, my friend Jeremy Main and Jennifer up in Michigan with Pink Pro Wash. They do a lot of high-end golf outings, and they do high-end. And yes, it costs them $200, $500, but that one person that they meet there is well worth way over $500, right? And so that's how you got to start thinking about not, oh, that's $500, or think about, I know people that will fly first class and make deals in first class of an airplane because they're like, how much are you losing by not being in first class? You might think first class is expensive, but if you can get in first class and you meet someone there that can make a difference in your business, then guess what? That's an amazing thing how that can happen. But back to your thing, LinkedIn. So the key to LinkedIn is post once a day. But the real key to LinkedIn is comment on about 5 to 10 different people's stuff every day. Build up your thing and start commenting on their stuff, and that is your ticket to LinkedIn. Hi, Jason. Tell us a little bit more about follow-up process. What kind of follow-up method is best? Text, phone call, or email? And how many times should we follow up with them? All the above. You should be doing all of them because some people like text, some people like email, some people like phone calls. So all of those are what you should be doing. And I mean, when I had my business, I was, especially for Christmas lights, you're touching 7 times within 10 to 12 days. Because you have such a short window to get this done, you're hammering down pretty new. Now, if you're talking October, November, or October, September, then we can push it out over about 21, 30 days, right? But we are texting, emailing, we're hammering down. We're following up from last year. Them are the follow-ups that I'm talking about. Canva is amazing and cheap for your social media posts. Absolutely. Canva can work very well for you. It has automatically post. The new AI stuff is really cool. It keeps it easy. Keep it simple, stupid. Yep. We put up 500 yard signs this thing. Hit the same areas 3 times or more like EDDM. I didn't even bring up EDDM, but you're 100% right. EDDM, hit it 3 times, right? We got to hit it 3 to 4 times every 3 to 4 weeks. If you only do one EDDM to 5,000 customers, you just pissed away your money. But if you did 4 times of 1,200 to 1,200 individual people, that is way better off than doing it only one time. In a high competitive area, one of the best marketing levers has been being social to the neighbors walking around while I'm working, being nice, not salesy, let them ask. Have fun with it, right? Have the music playing, have the Christmas lights for sure. Have the Christmas lights playing. Have have your guys in hats and stuff, right? These are all things that you can do that are fun and exciting, and people will be like, it's like I wear my Christmas shirt and people are always like, it's too early for that. And I'm like, it's never too early. Christmas is awesome. Or you get the people like, I love your shirt. It is so cool, right? And that's awesome because now I got something to talk about is my shirt. And so these are things that you're able to do to be able to grow. Chatting with people, business cards, Facebook Market, Google Pictures, updates, presentation while in work clothes, presentation with truck, word of mouth, represent quality control, right? All of those things. Hey there, Jason. For paying Christmas light subcontractor, what is the best way to go about it? Percentage by the foot? Thanks for the content. Yes, I would say per foot. You can pay I know some people pay 65 cents to $1 a foot to install lights, and then they'll take them down after the fact. I do not believe that you can't get premium prices in a town. I'm already getting $8 a foot. Being able to provide an estimate right there and then, to send them right then, answer the phone message, check your spam folder, reply back ASAP. Here's another awesome couple. Right here's another awesome couple that is awesome, awesome, awesome. Where'd they go? I need my awesome couple. Where did my awesome couple go at? Who's my awesome couple? Here it is. We've been out till 8:30, 5 days straight, including Saturday and Sunday, but get it while it's hot. You know, here's another awesome couple that started from nothing, literally nothing. They were living in a camper outside their parents or outside somewhere, and their kids were living in the other house. They were broke. He was making $40,000 a year, traveling all over the countryside. Broke as a joke. And they got debt free and killing it. And so here's another awesome couple. When you start pulling up your competitor signs, you are now worrying about your business and someone else's business. Just worry about your own. You know, as Drew and them always said, just worry about your own bobber, right? Quit worrying about everybody else's bobber. Only worry about your own bobber. What do you think of is the decent Google budget for year one in business? Depends on how much you want to make. I mean, I know some people that pay, $100 a day. I know people that pay $200 a day. I know some people that got $500 budgets a day, right? And so with Google, it's not one. Google would be one that if I was just starting out, I would put that money toward yard signs before I put it toward Google, in my personal opinion. Stay in touch and send an email to customers letting them know what you're doing. Not my customer just means not right for me. What's up? GNC soft wash, pressure washing. Waste of money. Those people that call about those scorecards are leeches. I would agree with that. They definitely got their marketing down. I know DJ did one 2 years ago, I think it was. He didn't get anything off of it either. There was a guy stealing my yard signs. He ended up getting evicted, and I ended up buying his building. I found my yard signs in his garbage. How do you price lights? By the foot. We charge $8 to $12 per foot, linear foot. I have 11 Audible credits built up. Any new books you haven't talked about before? Yeah. Let me get my phone out. I don't know if you've got this one yet. It's a really good book. I have talked about it maybe once or twice. Let me get it here. Audible. Oh, you know what? I might not be able to get it on this phone. I got a new phone. Shoot, what's the name of that book, Jason? The Sales Bible, but I don't remember who it's by. I don't know if you've got that one yet. It's a great book. Let me go to my Amazon. I got a new phone and I haven't downloaded Audible on it yet. Let's see. The Sales Bible. It's a really good book. I highly recommend it. I'm reading it right now. Great book. Highly recommend this book. It's definitely one that makes you think about it a little bit. So it's definitely a great book. I don't know what it is. It's called The Sales Bible. I don't remember who the author was, though. Yeah, The Sales Bible. If I find it, I'll send it. A discount means you are overpriced and have room to work with a customer to say yes. Devaluing your service values band value worth. Thanks for the information. I have some family that ain't for me. My success is killing him. Sad. and this is one of the things that I want to tell. I'm going to get on a parenting kick and a kick of what you tell your kids now is what will be in the back of their mind when they're old. And so some of you struggle with that you don't believe you're worth it. And some of that comes from your bringing up. Some of you were told you're stupid. Some of you were told that you would never amount to anything. Some teacher, some jackleg teacher might have said it to you. And it's just that nagging voice in the back of your head. And so what I'll tell you is make sure that you tell your kids over and over and over and over. If you want to have a nagging voice in your head, you don't want to be that nagging voice of you're not worth a crap. You want to be that voice of telling that kid, I can do hard things. I can do this, right? I am awesome, because that is the voice. And even you, right? Your number one critic is you. When you wake up in the morning, you need to tell yourself and look in the mirror and say, man, I am awesome. This is going to be a great day, right? Because when you're positive and when you think positive and when you just start out positive, it's going to work out better for you. But if you wake up and say, man, the day sucks and blah, guess what? You're self-fulfilling your prophecy of the day's going to suck. And so it is definitely important that you make sure that you are doing the things you need to do to get yourself to where you need to be at. Do you run ads on your Facebook page? Yes. Careful for what you wish for. No ceiling can have you wondering where 20 years of your life went. I highly recommend setting a goal that allows you to live your life, especially if you have kids. And you know what? It's kind of back to what I just saying here, right? Because I know some people that are so busy and they spend zero time with their kids. And that's the worst thing you can do. This is the whole reason why you start a business, is so you can have time, financial freedom and time freedom. And the time freedom is with your kids and your family and your spouse, right? I mean, do I travel a lot? Yes, but we love traveling, right? And so we spend a lot of time with my kids. It's the best time ever. Do I take my daughter to soccer practice? Absolutely. It's the best thing ever. It's an hour of time that I get to spend with her that I wouldn't get to spend otherwise. And so that is why it is so important that, as Robin says, be careful, because otherwise you'll be working your butt off and then you're just gone all the time. And I've been knowing I need to order more signs. Thanks for constant reminder, Jason. Ordering some now. You can show and share what I showed you. It all done. Let them see the facts. And disabled veteran here. Good guy, Jason. Follow up until they say yes or no. As Sam says, buy or die. Jason, I'm about to run Facebook ads. I've done 2 houses, but I'm hoping it picks up after Thanksgiving. I have Facebook Manager to help with. So this week is the big week. If you're going to try to get anything, this week is the big week. This week is when everything hits. This is, I would be putting out yard signs now if I had them. Next week is going to be okay, but really this week is the crazy week. What is EDDM? EDDM is every door direct mail. It's through the U.S. Post Office. Any advice on how to get Google Business Profile unsuspended? Make sure you're not doing no stupid things like changing the name. Whatever is your business name, LLC business name, make sure that's the name of it. Make sure that you do the video where you got to do the video of doing unlocking the door, showing you the truck, showing the street name. All of that stuff is part of it. But if you've done things that you're not supposed to, then if you have logos on your pictures, delete those pictures. Google don't like that either. If you put logos on the pictures that you're uploading, Google doesn't like that either. So you need to delete those out of there. Whatever they delete, whatever you got suspended for is what you got to get rid of. And like I say, you need to make sure your name is the exact name of whatever's on your LLC, no different. And those are the things that you got to do. Jeffrey Gitmore, author, Sales Bible. Yes, that's him. Actually, I don't think that is him. I think it's a different one. Um, I think it's a different one that I read. Bible. Um, that is not the one I got. I mean, that might be a good one. Um, that's not the one I got. Uh, I don't remember what one it was. I'm pretty sure that wasn't it. Uh, I don't know what it was. My computer's not working with crap. Did I just do something stupid? Nope. I don't know which one it is though. Um, I'm in Las Vegas, first year in business, have yard signs out, looking for advice on Google keyword strategy and how can I improve my conversion rate as far as online advertisement goes. Have a good landing page, have, um, make sure that you have the processes that they need to do, make sure you got large call to actions. All of those things are things you got to look at. Winners focus on winning, losers focus on winners. Yep. When is the best time of the year to advertise pressure washing? I have no experience with lights. Pressure washing, you will start getting busy when you first start mowing grass. So, which is usually March or April, depending on where you live at. Sometimes it might be May, but usually March, April, May, and a little bit of June are your really big high dollar months. That's when you make the most. July and August slow down because everybody goes on school trips, and then September will usually pick up a little bit more, and then usually you get into Christmas lights. No matter how busy I get, I always find time for my kids, and that's the most important thing to do. Never stop advertising. Do it all year long and build your customer list for your season and to build your name. And that's a good point, right? In these winter months, this is the time that we work on our website. We work on our social media stuff. We work on all of those things that is hard to do when we're in the trenches. And so now is the time that we get that stuff done. Now, not later, but now. Again, if you want to know when I go live for Christmas lights, I also got another number for pressure washer. For Christmas lights, if you text the word light, LITE, to 855-619-5483, I will text whenever I go live on Christmas lights. If you want to know live when I go on pressure washing, type the word King, K-I-N-G, text the word King to K-I-N-G to 859-696-1101. Again, right now we're in Christmas light season, so if you need any Christmas lights, definitely go check out christmaslights.io. Just leave the S off of it, and it'll take you to that page. I appreciate anything you do. If you buy anything, I also have my membership. You can join the Christmas Light membership or the King of Pressure Washing membership. Both of them. I have I have all the courses laid out of everything you need to know. I go over all the little things that I didn't go over tonight of how to use Facebook, where to use the groups, how to do all of the different things. I also have a Monday night Zoom call every Monday night. That is honestly where the gold is. If you want to really grow your business, that is definitely something that you should do 100%. You can be like Daniel and do $179,000 his first year. He's going to hit $1 million this year. I keep telling him this. I'm surprised he's like, I ain't going to hit $1 million yet. He's going to do very well his second year, which is really awesome. Christmas lights has changed my life completely. I never knew you could do something that you're passionate about and make money doing my eyes. Truly one of the best businesses out there. I personally love Christmas lights. It is definitely one of the most amazing things out there for sure. It's a lot of fun. It is awesome. It is one of the best things that I've ever do. I love helping you guys do Christmas lights. I love doing Christmas lights. I love trying new things. Christmas lights are just a lot of fun. He has helped me grow my business very quickly and has changed my life. So with that, I hope you all have a great week this week. Again, be thankful. This week is Thanksgiving, so be thankful. Make sure that you're thankful. Make sure that you thank other people, which is awesome. It can help other people out. So don't eat too much. Be ready to answer the phone. That's one of the most important things. You can do all the marketing in the world. If you don't answer the phone, it don't do you no good. So make sure you're ready to answer the phone. This week can be the busiest week of them all. I know a lot of people get 100 phone calls or plus a day during this week. So definitely make sure that you are answering that phone. I called Daniel hitting 1 million in July. The guy kills it. Yep, exactly. So with that, hope you all have a great night, and we'll see you all later.